Kobolds are a cult classic of Dungeons & Dragons. Is it truly a D&D campaign if you haven't faced kobolds at least once? These dragon-like humanoids are most people's first introduction to the world of Dungeons & Dragons. So how you run these creatures will set the tone of your campaign for years to come. It is truly up to you how badly these kobolds want to win. Kobold's highest stat is its dexterity at 15. This is its only positive stat. Strength and wisdom are 7, giving the wannabe dragon a -2 modifier to both of those stats. Charisma is an 8, along with its intelligence, meaning it has a -1 modifier to those vital stats. Its constitution is a 9, meaning that it loses health when rolling for HP. The kobold lacks proficiency in any of its saves, so it's pretty vulnerable to spells. Their armor class is pretty high for their current CR at a 12, but they only have 5 HP and a speed of 30 feet. They have 2 attacks that do the same amount of damage and hit chance. The only difference is if you want to hit from range or not. Their attacks have a +4 to hit and deal 1d4 + 2 damage, meaning they have a 45% chance of hitting a fighter wearing chainmail, with the average damage being 4.5. They have one of the worst downsides in their sunlight sensitivity feature. If they are in sunlight at all, they roll their attack rolls at disadvantage, meaning their 45% chance of hitting your fighter goes down to 20%, halving their chance to hit. To make up for sunlight sensitivity, they have one of the best features in pack tactics. If one of the kobold's allies is next to their target, and that ally isn't incapacitated, then they roll at advantage. Their hit chance goes from 45% to 70%, with a 10% chance that they just crit. Kobolds can be found and fought almost anywhere. They mainly can be found in caves and tunnels, coming out to raid the surrounding lands, but players shouldn't be surprised to run into them anywhere in their adventures. Having 8 intelligence severely limits the kobold's knowledge of the party at first contact. With some experience, they might be able to pinpoint those who would attack in melee and those who would attack from range. Kobold sorcerers do have some knowledge of magic, so the standard rank and file have knowledge as well. They aren't able to pick out any who would be using such things at a glance. They have to wait until a character starts casting magic before being able to deduce that. Furthermore, all magic is the same to them. A cleric casting healing words is just as capable as casting Eldritch Blasts to them. Finally, they know how easy or hard it would be to hit someone depending on what they are wearing, but not fine-tuned enough to know that the person wearing chainmail is easier to hit than the person wearing full plate. They categorize it as heavy, medium, light. Kobolds are never found alone. They're almost always found in groups of 4+. They mainly use their pack tactics, getting as many advantage attacks on targets as possible. They use a death of 1,000 cuts on a singular target before going on to the next. They do not have the mobility to use hit and run tactics, even though their stat line would want them to do so. With no way to attack and disengage from combat once within melee range, and with their low health, their best way to combat a party is to delay them from entering melee with them, along with making it hard to hit them with range attack. To accomplish this, there are 2 ways. The first is to use a more hardier creature than them in melee. Wolves work best for this. They have almost double the kobold's health with similar AC, meaning that they'll die after at least 2 hits compared to the kobold's 1. Even with the -2 due to the cover the wolf would give, they're still hitting a chainmail wearer 43% of the time due to pack tactics. Option 2 is obvious to anyone who has heard of Tucker's Kobolds. Layer the whole cavern in traps that the kobolds know about and how to use. These are delaying traps that allow the kobolds to attack the party as they go off. A few examples might be a poisonous cloud trap that gives the poison condition, and while poisoned, they move at half speed, or a simple game trap with rope that gives the restraint condition. Pit traps that block up an accessible route are another option. Go crazy with them. Your goals for the trap should be delaying the party from entering melee, and disincentivizing range attacks on the kobolds while they attack with impunity. With any luck, you'll put the fear of kobolds into your players. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, please subscribe. And if you want awesome Kobold miniatures to harass your party with, check out the link down below.